Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well today. So, just to kind of throw out there, right at the start, plan is the same thing as last time, where I'm just gonna kind of farm for materials and whatnot. Now, one thing I will say, I did not go through, and obviously I didn't stream it, but I also didn't go through and get more while I was offline. What I did do, however, is make a spreadsheet for how much I need to get one fully maxed ability evolution per ability, based off of what my preference for it would be. And I need a total of 56 rare stones and 26,200 coins. Now, as I go through this, I'll be able to update the spreadsheet live and be like, okay, these ones, this is done, I can delete this cell, and that'll update a bunch of math and stuff like that. But essentially the plan is just farming for those and then getting as many rare stones after that as possible. I know that I completely forgot about this until the new trailer came out the other day. There is a different currency for the new update, which means that the coins aren't going to be really as important to farm. But I don't know how important the rare stones are going to be. So I'm going to upgrade all these abilities and then get probably a good 15 rare stones if possible, and then call it there. I feel like that's a good amount. So, without further ado, and we got a good first bounce. I don't know why the camera is like not like it used to. Like, the camera used to be really good for that, where it would be like, you know, you'd be able to see where you're trying to land pretty easily. But now for some reason it's just not doing that. Tiny as Kirby, how tiny Kirby is canonically. Yeah, just a couple inches. Very small. $50 more times. All right. Oops. This will probably take me the full stream just getting these 50, I'll be honest. Yep, I'm a bit short. And honestly, the worst part about all of this currently is I've already, like, I looked at the Kirby and the Forgotten Land category on Twitch. Half the people are playing the new update. It's not out yet. Abby, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Ah, that one was a bit early. I mean, he's not entirely grown. He's still a small child. It's already not making it easy. Oh yeah, I am not surprised. Obviously I'm not playing the new update yet either. I'm gonna be playing it tomorrow. Because it isn't out yet, and the fact that a bunch of people are playing is just ugh. I would say Kirby solely because of the amount of food they can intake in one moment. Yoshi can intake one piece of food per, like, mlem, whereas Kirby can just inhale the entire plate at once. That's the only reason. Switch 2 edition. Yeah, I'm using my original cartridge, and I bought an upgrade pack, and I just need to wait for the code to go live. Essentially. I will always prefer physical versions of games as opposed to digital. I don't care if the loading times are quicker. Physical means that I can have a copy of it in my hands. That was the biggest disadvantage to getting the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World like combo pack, because Mario Kart World came pre-installed on the Switch. It wasn't a copy of the game in the box. It was, you got a code to download it. So I have that digitally, which is unfortunate because I would have much preferred to have a physical copy of that game. I think the only two games that I actively have the digital copy of that they made a physical copy of would be Mario Kart World and Splatoon 3. I think those are the only two that I have the digital copy when the physical copy exists. With Splatoon 3, it was just ease of download. I couldn't go out and get it, so I just got it digitally. And then Mario Kart World, like I already said, it came with the Switch 2 without a physical copy, so yeah. Specifically with Kirby, though, I do want a physical version of every game. Now, obviously, I'm getting the digital copy of the DLC for Forgotten Land. Like, I'm not buying a whole new copy of Forgotten Land just for the upgrade. Which is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's not like they sell physical copies of Dream Buffet or Super Kirby Clash or any of that sort of stuff. But I do want to collect a physical copy of all the Kirby games, which is going to be really difficult because Air Ride specifically I've been searching for years now, and I have not been able to find a copy. And now with Air Riders coming out, you know, maybe we'll be able to find it, because now that there's a new copy of the game, people will be like, well, I don't need the old copy anymore. I think the reason why the camera is doing what it's doing now is because I've gotten that much better at the hammer space jump. I'm doing it so much better, so I'm getting a lot more height. Really? I don't know why that first hit didn't do as much damage. It was fully charged. It fully charged like the frame before I released it. I just think that it got lost. I think the animation played with the actual code didn't update. That would be my guess. But yeah, for those of you here and stuff like that, this is essentially going to be a just chatting stream with me doing this in the background. That's all it's going to be. So if you have any like questions or anything for me, like feel free to ask them. Or if you just want to mention something relevant to Kirby or the conversation or whatever, feel free to do that as well. Ooh, 904. Is that a new best? I wonder if we can get a sub 9 second on that. That was pretty good though. That's 12. 2 more and we can fully upgrade Cutter. Which is the most expensive one, by the way. At least the version of the ability that I'm going to be upgrading. You know, I'm at the point now, I wonder if I couldn't speedrun this game. And do that trick. I would need to heavily brush up on my speedrunning information for this game, but also the trick is gonna go away. With the new upgrade, so. 906, okay. I have a feeling that's probably the lower limit. I think you can't get too much further back than that. Okay, I'll do one more, then take a break. And that's when I'll go and do fishing to get enough to fully upgrade Cutter. Yeah, nope. Okay. Need to restart that one. Yeah, if everything goes well, just getting a rare stone will take anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. If things don't go well, it can take up to like 5 minutes just to, you know, get this trick properly done, and assuming I don't accidentally soft lock myself. Well, I say soft lock, there is a way out of it without resetting, it's just quicker to reset. Okay, this will be, assuming I don't mess up Bonkers. Okay, I messed up Bonkers. It's gonna say, assuming I don't mess up Bonkers, this will be the the quickest I can do it. But I delayed my hit slightly too much. Because I didn't stand close enough to let, to burn him with my, fire hammers. Alright, time to go fishing. We need 6,700 coins. So we're gonna be fishing for a while. Yay. You know what? Here's what I'll do. For the sake of this, I am going to do... Gonna put on different music, so it's not just the same thing the entire time. So this is a playlist called Kirby Cafe Music. So it's music that plays in the Kirby Cafe. So it's just kind of more relaxing tracks. Because we're gonna be here for a while. Oops, clicked the wrong button. Can I just say, Fishing Kirby is adorable with the little hat. Yeah, honestly, it's really not worth getting anything other than the golden blippers, because everything else like gives you sub 50, whereas the golden gives you 500. But in order to get the golden blippers, you need to have a streak of catches. So kind of sucks that you have to wait like this, but you know. For something like a quick time event, this music is not great. It's relaxing. This would be good for a normal fishing minigame, but this fishing minigame is entirely quick time event. This is Dreamland 3, I believe. This might be Dreamland 1. It's butter building, so it could be either. Fish. Hello, Ray. Welcome in. Currently trying to get 6,700 coins. Because that is how much we need to fully upgrade Cutter. We have enough rare stones for that. And so I'm just trying to, I'll be doing it one ability at a time. Where I'll like get everything I need to upgrade one ability. Then the next, so on and so forth. Today we are gonna need a total of 2,600 coins and 56 rare stones. Or no, not 2,600 coins, 26,000, sorry. Essentially, we need 10 times the amount we have now. In the tens. Yeah. To be fair, from what we know from the trailers, because I have not... give me a sec to look at that. Okay. Doors, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, from what we know from the trailers, they essentially redid every single stage in the game. It's almost an entirely second game. And that's not including, whatever the giant islands are. Like the island in the ocean, the island in the sky, stuff like that. We don't know what those are. So there's a lot that got added into the game. It's almost an entirely, like, new story mode, which, you know, makes sense. So I would not be surprised if they double the size of the game with this DLC. Because Kirby is pink and everyone correlates pink with female. That's just how it is. Which is precisely the reason why, Shigeru Miyamoto, back when Kirby initially released, tried to get Kirby to be yellow. That's the entire reason. But Sakurai stuck to his guns and said, nope, good boy is pink. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's why people think that. It's an assumption with colors that babies wear too. Like that is just the assumption. It's stupid, but you know. Because, to be fair, back... I don't remember when it was specifically, but back, like, centuries ago, it used to be the opposite. Pink used to be the masculine color. Blue was the feminine color. At some point, that swapped, and now the assumption is how it is. I don't know. To be fair, we don't know how old Kirby is. Kirby could be as old as Warp Star, not Warp Star, Pop Star itself. But we do canonically know, at least from the manga and the anime, Kirby is a toddler in his species. Now, whether that's canon to the games, who knows, but... Actually, no, he can't be older than, he can't be older than Popstar, because, he appeared on a spring breeze. So, Popstar would have had to have existed by then. With weather. Only played custom broke. Yeah. That's how it be. I enjoy the games. I am specifically saving up for Air Riders when it comes out. For when it comes out. I may, like, I'll say this now. I've mentioned before I want to play Legends ZA. I might be holding off on getting it until after Air Riders comes out. Just so I make sure I have the money for it. Alright, we're gonna need 3 more of those. Same doors. In fact, Kirby is one of my top 2 favorite franchises of all time. And the reason I say that is because I have 2 that are tied for first. It is Kirby and Borderlands. Which, you know, are 2 entirely different franchises. Hello, Gator. Welcome in.
The moral is, you're a total bitch.
Thank you, Gator, for the bits. I will see how much in a sec. Thank you for the 500 bits. I really appreciate that, Gator. Speaking of, you like the alert for that? I redid my alerts a couple months ago. And that was one of them. I have a couple of Borderlands ones in there. I have some Kirby ones. I've got some Sonic, some Splatoon, various stuff like that. I think you can find them all below the stream, at least on Twitch. Ah, damn it. Clicked the wrong button. Oh, time to build up that streak again. By the way, Gator, Air Riders, if you've seen the direct, which character do you think you're gonna main, out of what we know so far? I have a feeling it's between one of two. It's one of two. Yeah, it's between two. Like mine more than kind? The only reason I like mine more than kind is because mine hasn't fucked me over in Dreamland 2. Franchises are all Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo makes some pretty good games. Say what you will about them as a company, their games are all really good. Their franchises are all really good, I should say that. And before you say anything about Pokemon, that is the Pokemon Company. It's a subsidiary of Nintendo, but not Nintendo first party. Just like technically Kirby isn't a Nintendo first party either. Kirby is a HAL Laboratories IP. Really? I thought you would be either Cappy or Starman. They felt very U-coded. Star Kirby in it. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm just waiting for an announcement of my boy Mark's getting in. Darosh, yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for more announcements on characters because, like, Marks, Darosh, Taranza, none of them are in the game for some reason that we know of. Now, the real question is, playable Dale when? And Riders might... Yeah, fair. I hope it would be something like what Star Allies did, where it's free updates as opposed to, paid DLC. Though, Forgotten Land getting DLC is more likely a case of, hey, we're getting the Switch 2, this is a big title for it, make sure you have an update ready for it. And Hal said, fuck it, let's go big. I would not be surprised if it was that. Heavy Molar, Mr. Shine, Mr. Bright? Shine and Bright, I don't see how that would work in 3D. Because their whole gimmick was swapping them with the actual, like, stage background. Heavy Mole I could see working, though, as kind of like a whack-a-mole sort of scenario. Yeah, maybe, but... I don't know. That didn't quite happen in this game. I'm glad they brought it back and made it very clear in, Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Perfect timing. Let me... Call back to Heavy Mole? Yeah, that makes sense. Best free Super Kirby Clash. Isn't the only free Kirby game? Chili. Oh yeah, 100%. If there was a chili in the game, you would 100% grab that. There we go. That is fully maxed now. So that is everything on this line having a fully matched. Well, that's also technically not free. So, you know. So we've got these ones left to upgrade. Our next most expensive one is Blizzard Ice. Which requires 10 rare stones and 4,700 coins. So, let's do it. Not in stock anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not restocking Switch ones. Also, Doris, congratulations on getting first. Yeah, I think 904 is the quickest you can do this. Yeah, I at least hope that Marx is a playable character. Marx is probably my favorite character in the series, outside of Meta Knight. But of course, Meta Knight is the one of the main go-tos and stuff like that. And so, like, when it comes to who I main in games, I typically, like, choose my favorite character. If my favorite character is one of the protagonists, I will choose my second favorite character. Or, like, my favorite character that isn't a main, like, protagonist or anything like that. So, like, my favorite character is Meta Knight. But I absolutely love Marx as a character. So if Marx gets into, if Marx gets into Riders, 100% I'd use Marx. Because Meta Knight is too protagonist coded. Yeah. Trust, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would not mind getting more boss characters. I saw someone mention getting Void or Void Termina as a racer, and that would be really funny. Be Adeline. Yeah, maybe. I think if I were to choose a non-3D character, well, okay, this technically got a 3D model, but I want an official Dark Matter Swordsman rep. Like, I want Dark Matter Swordsman in the game. That new character that we have no knowledge about, I feel like is a form of Dark Matter. 906. But yeah. Trying to think who else. Imagine if we get Necrodius. Necrodius in Air Riders would be insane as like a boss of some kind. No Top Ride mentioned it. Yes, but also we have not seen all the modes. We have not seen all the modes. There's no shot. Like obviously we've got whatever that last character is at the end of the 891, let's go. We got sub 9. Whatever that character is, we know nothing about them. That seems like some sort of boss to a story mode. That specifically to me screams story mode. And I completely get
You're
that.
Too slow.
I completely get that you know, when it comes to story mode, it may or may not be a thing. I want there to be a story mode, so I'm hoping there's a story mode, but if there's not, oh well. I'm not gonna be one of those people who are like, this game is a failure because there's no story mode. I just hope there is one, because I know Sakurai can do some really cool things with stories. But I would not be surprised if there is another mode that we have never seen before. New favorite start. I am partial to the Chariot. I am excited to try out the Chariot. There's another 891. Leaning towards paper. Yeah, that's fair.
You're too slow.
Thank you for the lurk, Ray. The one thing I would be worried about with paper is it being fragile. They specifically called out that it's fragile. Which I'm slightly worried about because I am not great at the game. I'm going to get better, 100%. Like, all of November, essentially, I'm going to be playing the original Air Ride. So I'm gonna, like, get better at controlling it and whatnot. But just, I don't like being able to die super easily. Like, I'm very split when it comes to my gameplay style. I don't like being a tank because they're too slow. I prefer to have movement. My whole mindset is you don't need high defense if you never get hit. But, when it comes to, you know, going quickly, I also don't like to die in one hit. Or, like, very few hits. So I typically fall in that middle area where I'm like, I need some sort of movement, like some sort of good movement, but also enough defense where I'm not gonna get absolutely destroyed any second. Chaotic machine like Helldivers, just things just kind of happen. Oh yeah, 100%. Ooh, I almost clipped back in bounds there. Well, not inbounds, but clipped through the collision there. $873, let's go. I doubt I'm gonna get any better than that. Kids from 64, but that's impossible dream.
You're too slow.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like if we were to get a 64 rep, it would be Adeline or Ribbon. Which Adeline technically isn't a 64 rep. Technically, Adeline is a Dreamland 3 rep. That's who we need. Choo Choo. We need Choo Choo as a racer. Where am I? There I am. Camera, please. Thank you. Or Batamon? Yeah, Batamon. Batamon would be interesting. $880. It's not as quick as the 873. But yeah. Sub 9 is very feasible. I do hope we get new abilities in the new update. I would love for Yo-Yo to have some sort of, you know, some sort of gameplay here. I was thinking about it. I've mentioned before that I would love for Bubble to come back as an ability. Bubble could theoretically be an upgrade of Water. Jet, Painter, Magic. The only reason I'll say Paint probably won't be is because Artist exists now. Artist was kind of the replacement of Paint. But yeah, Magic and Jet would be cool. I doubt... Jet could be an upgrade, like an evolution of Wing Kirby. Artist in Forgotten Land? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like, I could see Wing upgrading into Jet. And then possibly either something in between or after. Even though they're technically different abilities. But like Water upgrading into Bubble. Just I would love for some of the classic abilities to come back in 3D. I doubt they're going to, because I feel like they probably just went through and did, okay, here's what we have available to us. Let's make more levels designed for some of this stuff. Hi, Kirby. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that I'm partial to Water for obvious reasons. There you go. Water, Poison, Bubble. That can be the upgrade line. Or water bubble poison. One of the two. Alright, back to fishing. We need 4,700 for this one. Oh, too far. Fat fingered the wrong button. I hit 2 buttons at once.
This is Barbara's fault.
Yep, blame Barbara. Always blame Barbara. Honestly, my question is with fishing specifically. So obviously we've gotten better with the arena there. With fishing, I wonder if it's possible to get above an 11,000 gram fish. Because I think my highest is 10.8. I hate how quiet the music gets while you're fishing. You know, I'm surprised Elfilin isn't a racing, like a rider in Air Riders. That feels incredibly appropriate. Especially given the update. And to bet. 3 normals from Terrestrial. Alright, Gator, take care. Thanks for stopping by. Also, I will say, getting these upgrades is going to be a lot more tedious than getting what's required to upgrade, to evolve an ability, if they add new ones in the new update. Because in order to unlock new evolutions and stuff like that, the maximum rare stones you would need is like 3 or 4. As opposed to, obviously, I just went through and in about like 15 minutes got 10 rare stones. Not even. Probably like 10 minutes got 10 rare stones. The money is the hardest part about it, and I'm pretty sure that when it comes to the new update, it's a completely new currency, which means that these coins won't be relevant. Which means the only way to get them is by playing the levels, which I'm fine with, because I'll be playing the levels anyway. My big issue with getting so many coins for the upgrades here is this is the most efficient way to get a lot of coins. And I'm not going through the levels already to get the coins in the levels. So because, like, going through and getting all the Waddle Dees in a level will, I think, in general, net you more than fishing a gold blipper. But you need to go through an entire level for that. Ah, damn it. Fat-fingered. You need to go through an entire level for that, and if you're not already doing that, it's just slower. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna run some ads. I'm gonna run 3 minutes of ads on Twitch. All I'm going to be doing is fishing, so you're not gonna miss anything from that standpoint. And just that way we don't get pre-rolls and stuff like that, for other things. So I'm warning you ahead of time, you're gonna get 3 minutes of ads. You're not gonna miss anything other than maybe some slight discussion that we have while fishing. There's not really much for you to miss in these streams, so let's keep fishing. Yeah, even if I get the amount of money I need, I'll wait until after the ads are done to move on from fishing. So I'll just keep fishing until I can't fish anymore. When is fishing going to be a actual, like, combat copy ability? He has the hat and the fishing rod. Why not make a actual combat moveset out of it? Because that could be interesting. Like some sort of, like, grapple ability. 10-5. Oops. Wasn't paying attention. I was vibing too hard to the music. I clicked the button. Yeah, that last button press is really precise. Which is why it's a good thing that, it's always X. Which makes sense now that I'm looking at it. Each button is a different animation. The animations are tied to the buttons, not random. Which means that when you click X right at the end, you're lifting up and pulling back. Which makes sense that the last button... Is every last button X? Is X always the last button? Even if it's not the gold blippers? Seems like it might be. It makes sense. Alright, just 2 more golden blippers. No, 4 more golden blippers. And we'll have enough. $10,085. All right. Yeah, I think X is just the last button press. No matter what blipper you get. Two more. Hello. I will check who said hello in just a moment. Damn it. Ah, Doris. Hello. Yep. Alrighty, alrighty. Alright, 700 more. And Headlet. Fishing? So have I. I used to fish a lot more often when I was younger. I haven't done it in years, but yeah. Fishing is alright. It's not something that I would say I need to do like yearly or anything like that, but it's nice to do every once in a while. Alright. Now that is enough to upgrade ice. So let's go do that. Nope. Turn, thank you. Alright. That is ice fully maxed. Which means we just have 4 more left. I'll do 2 at a time. Which that will require 16 rare stones and 7,400 coins. And those are for bomb, tornado, drill, and needle upgrades. All right, let's go get some more rare stones. You know how it be. I really need a new capture card eventually. Hopefully one that's not like 10 bucks. So it doesn't have any issues with frame rate. Yeah. This is a slow one. Alright, bonkers. That's one. Time to do that 15 more times. Yeah, ultimately, I think I'll be able to get enough rare stones by the end of stream. I might not be able to get enough coins to upgrade everything. Damn it. Where'd everyone go? Okay, I could skip this animation every time, please. I don't need it. Where am I? Thank you. That was the highest I think I've ever gotten. It's the longest it's taken me to fall. Damn it. Trying to find a good time frame where I can like start the animation of spinning before he stops being guarded by spawn protection. But close enough to the end of it where by the time it actually hits, you know, it one-shots. It's so funny that there's just enough of a gap there that you can actually make it in. Like, just enough. It's great. It almost feels intentional. Damn it. Just give me the rare stone while we're in the arena. I would appreciate that. Make it so much quicker. That one's definitely lower than the others were. Maybe, maybe not. Also, one thing I do really like about Air Riders so far is that during the stadiums, specifically in the dart one that Sakurai showed off, you can, like, after you finish and you're waiting for everyone else to finish to go on to the next round, you can see Kirby running around the little area as, like, just pretty much a single pink pixel. Just kind of running around. It's so cool to see, like, that size comparison to everything. $857. It's a new record. Can we get it under 850 is the question. Probably at this rate. I didn't take a screenshot of that one. What the fuck? That was a first. It was always either... Huh. Interesting. So they do have one-shot protection. It's just a matter of using the hammer spin. Hits them a second time right afterwards. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. Slightly early there. That one was slow. That one I tried to rush a bit too much. Alright, 8 more, and I will go back over to fishing. There's another 873. My times are at least consistent. Like, down to the frame. Damn it. Slightly early. Yeah, I do really hope that Marks and like other characters get thrown into Air Riders. We obviously have not seen all of the tracks yet. That's very clear. We saw a total of 5, I want to say, in the direct, and then the music app added one more that we didn't see in the direct. So I hope that there's more, because I want there to be at least 10. Because the original only had 9. So I want there to be at least more than the original. And 10 is a nice round number. But I do really hope we essentially get the Star Allies roster in as riders. I'm rushing that way too much now. I got that one really good one. And I didn't even take a screenshot of it. I love that you can essentially fit the entirety of one of these arenas in a clip now. Not that you couldn't before, but like, you know. I will have you know that the first thing I do when I upgrade the game is I'm going to check to see if I can still do the hammer space jump. Because it's the sort of thing where there's like a 5-frame window. And if they're doubling the frame rate, that means that essentially you're gonna have half as much leeway to do it. Assuming they didn't outright patch it, which I kind of doubt they outright patched it. But I also doubt that I also kind of doubt that it's possible. I would not be surprised if they patched it in the update. Let's put it that way. I would not be surprised if they patched it. But at the same time, if you have that much less of a window, because you go from about a 1/6 of a second to a 1/12 of a second, essentially, with the FPS update. But if you're really consistent on getting near frame perfect, it should still theoretically be possible. Assuming it wasn't outright patched, again. Nine-second flat. I didn't hold the button with the proper timing. I held it a bit too late and a bit too early, which caused me to just completely miss it. I think that was my best bonkers yet, though, unfortunately. Alright, 2 more, then we'll go back to fishing. And then I'll probably end up completing the rest off stream. $904. Alright, one more. While we're here, go ahead and pick which 2 upgrades, or which 2 abilities I'll upgrade. We've got Bomb, Tornado, Drill, and Needle. I'll eventually upgrade all of them, but... This one's slow. Yep, and then I rushed bonkers. I will say, just imagine this though. You're in the audience expecting a bunch of fights. Kirby walks in, wipes the floor with Frosty and Bonkers. They're announced the victor. I'll keep going until I finish this. They announce Kirby as the victor. They leave. It's like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Alright, what's next? Then Kirby walks in. Beats up Frosty and Bonkers. Okay, we just saw this. It happens again. And again. Just endlessly, just the fight between the two V Kirby. Or think about it from Bonkers and Frosty's perspective. Kirby walks in, wipes the floor with you, leaves. You finally heal up and are ready for the next fight. In walks Kirby to beat your ass again. Actually, I'll just go for all 32 here. I'll run through. I'll just run through all 4 at once. That way, it's just fishing until... Is there a max amount of coins you can have in this game? I actually don't know. I think it would be higher than 10,000 though. I think it would be like 99,999 would be the max. Like what, a minute and a half per, assuming things go well. Take about 20 something minutes to get through the rest of these. Yes, thank you. I am robbing you of all your rare stones. Give them all to me. Alright, we're over. Holy, I think that one was my best. I think that was my highest. But I missed the landing bit. So it would have taken more time to you know. I will do these now since, you know, I had to stop my streak. So I will go back through, do this once again. Just for the sake of having different music. Is this Checker Knights? No, this is Sky Sands, which is also Air Red, just not the one I was thinking. Fat fingers. I hate fat fingering. I'm vibing to the music. It's kind of fun doing little ad libs on top of music like that. Only 6,000 more to go. Granted, we get 12 more golden blippers, which isn't a lot, but, you know, need to actually get them. You know, it's kind of sad, I'll be honest. I do have one spoiler already for the upgrade pack. I got the spoiler like 3 days ago. Which is really unfortunate because no one had played it yet at that point. I know who the final boss is. Which is really disappointing because it would have been an insane reveal. Or at least, assuming that I read things correctly. Because it wasn't directly mentioned as like, oh hey, like, okay, it wasn't from the standpoint of like, oh hey, this is the final boss, by the way. But it was a matter of, you know, someone being like, someone mentioning something. And I'm keeping this incredibly vague because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else if this is actually the case. Someone else said, just wait, and then another person replied, hey, no spoilers. So, assuming that what they said was a spoiler, I know who the final boss is. If it's not, then, you know, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but it's the worst thing when someone says something that isn't necessarily a spoiler, and then someone else says, hey, no spoilers to it. Because then you know it was a spoiler. Like the, hey, just wait. Like, I could see that as being like a, we don't know. We just need to wait and see. That's how I would have read it. But because someone said, hey, no spoilers after the leaks happened, like, now it's a, okay, well, that kind of ruins that. It's a bit unfortunate, but I hope it was just a matter of someone reading it as a spoil and saying, hey, no spoilers, I don't want to be spoiled. That's my honest hope. But who knows if that's actually the case. I'm excited either way because it's a whole new story that we don't know anything about. If I do know the actual boss, how it gets explained, I'm curious to find out. I don't know anything about that. Though, to be fair, I did see a bunch of theories about it going into it, like before the leaks even happened, as to what was going to happen. So from that standpoint, it would be a, oh well, the leak, excuse me, what the fuck? In that case, it would have been like, okay, the theories are right, which, you know, would have been surprising, but I really need to, like, stop being a part of communities discussing this sort of thing, because it ruins a lot of surprises for me. What track is this? I know it was used in Smash Bros. Soul of Sectonia, really? This just feels very Smash Bros-y. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. that specific melody feels triple deluxe. What is it with the soul fights and having the Green Greens theme in it? I'm really curious about how that motif plays in to the story. What about Green Greens connects with the soul fights? And what's more, how would Wispy... Ooh, a Wispy soul fight for a huge lore drop would be insane. Oh, that would be awesome, actually. What would a Soul Wispy fight look like? Because that could be really cool. Alright. Whereabouts are we in money? We're at about 5k, so we have about 2,600 more? Roughly? This is taking quite a while. Come on, golden blippers. Please. I beg of thee. I just need 3 more. No. 5 more. Hold on, I'm not doing math properly in my head while this is going on. Okay. So this will be 5,500. I need 74. So I need 4 more. Yeah. Oops. That one's on me. I just outright clicked the wrong button. I clicked A instead of Y. How am I getting 5? Oh, do you get... Oh, okay. You get 5 every time you fail. So you get money every time you fish, no matter whether you succeed or fail. Okay. Either 5 or 15, something like that. Two golden blippers. In a row, please. Nope, okay. Because that would have been just enough. Actually, no, I would need 1 more after that. I'm dumb. I'm small brain. Six, 2, 6. Oops. Once again, I clicked A instead of Y. And that... Did that give me money? If we have anything other than a 0 at the end, yes, it gave me money. Ah, that gave me 5. Okay. That would be what was giving me 5 before. I'm at that point where, like, I've been doing this for so long, my eyes are, like, not focusing on it. Hello, Country Shape. Very squishy plushie. Oh, yes, absolutely. In fact, they do make very squishy plushies of Kirby. I have multiple. I love that they used what sounds like an ocarina for this. Alright. One more of those will do it. This universe is tiny too. Yep. Pretty much. Well, yes and no. Like, he's a couple of inches tall. He's shorter than a traffic cone in this universe. So, like, you know, there are quite a few things that, like, he's not microscopic or anything like that. He's small, but not tiny. Like, if you compared him to a human, it would probably take up, like, maybe halfway up your shin on the average person. But might be a bit, like, larger than Kirby actually is, but you know. Alright. That'll be enough for half of what's left. Wasn't on the ground yet. Alright. Let's just go in order. We'll start with Bomb. Wait. Nope, that was right. And Tornado. Alright, we've got 2 left to upgrade. We need 16 more rare stones and 7,400 more coins. So 13 more rare stones. I'm gonna keep the music off. And throw on this playlist. So that was Kirby Cafe. Some more chill variations of a bunch of different tracks. This is 2 hours of happy and underrated Kirby music by Vapid. Just because we have not left this area once, essentially, in, the entirety of our play with this. Also, while I'm here, again, not really going to be missing anything. I'm going to run some more ads on Twitch. I'll run 2 minutes of ads this time, because I doubt I'm going to go past 40 minutes. So I'll run 2 minutes of ads just to wrap it up. And I will keep going. Hold on, just out of pure curiosity. I'm gonna experiment a bit. This is gonna take slightly longer. Actually, I'll wait until the ads are done to experiment. Kirby 64. Oops. I'm curious if you can get up into the stands. That's what I'm going to be experimenting on once the ads are over. I'm curious, like, what is outside of this arena area. Alright, welcome back from the ads. I'm going to experiment in this next one just because I can. This will likely, soft lock me, so I'll likely need to, quit and restart. Oh, not high enough. Oh, okay. Didn't want to let me over. Okay, there we go. I was on something over there. Because obviously, this is not the arena. This is not where you fight. So the question is, what is around the place where you fight? I'm gonna actually start in here. See if there's anything. I'm just experimenting because this is likely the last day that I'll have access to the hammer space jump. Okay, so there's something over there. Oh, that's just gonna be the background, isn't it? The light. So there's nothing really there. I'm almost dead. Okay. So there's nothing really there to worry about. I'm already almost dead. Is it? Okay, there's just a giant invisible wall above everything. Okay. See you, Frosty. Worth a look. And see ya, bonkers. It's kind of cool though. That you can kind of walk around that top area in the waiting room. Unfortunate there's nothing you can do. Like, the invisible walls in the Coliseum go way too far up. Yeah, I didn't fully charge up. I missed the final section of that charge. $877, not bad. I probably want to have about 20 rare stones, because I'll probably want around 4 or 5 before the update. So I think I'll do that and just focus on money off stream. So I'll wrap up today's stream with arena fights and whatnot. in case you're curious why I go to the title screen there, essentially, if you miss that platform and fall, you'll fall into water below. And in order to get back, you need to go all the way around to the front of the map, do another hammer space jump to get back into the collision of the island, to then go and you know, come back over here. It's just a lot quicker to go back to title. Kirby? Huh? Where? Huh? I don't know what the fuck happened there. I must have gotten so high up that when the, like, screen shook, it was me landing on top of the Coliseum. I was falling for a good, like, couple seconds there. Yeah, I'll go for 10 more. Because if you need rare stones, there'll likely be enough for completing a bunch of different things. Like, there'll likely be new treasure roads that'll have 2 rare stones each. There'll be you know, a new cup that'll give you probably 3 rare stones at the end, which obviously I'm gonna want to beat at least once. Plus, it'll be more for upgrading abilities if they exist, as opposed to, you know, going through and upgrading them, which requires a lot more. So, I think I'll be fine with just like 2 or 3 available base. Because the rest I should be able to just unlock through playing. Without needing to farm anything else. So, I'll go until I have 20 total. That'll give me an extra 4 to work with, when the new update comes out. Because that way, when I do have to farm eventually, and the hammer space jump isn't available for the glitched cup, I'll be able to do a lot less, in order to upgrade what is available there. Money, on the other hand, there's no glitch for that, so there's no, like, time-related thing required for that. Because essentially, I'm trying to get as many of these as possible before the hammer space jump is gone. Because this is the quickest way to, get rare stones, even without the glitch. The Meta Knight Cup is still the quickest way to get rare stones. The disadvantage to it is you have to do 6 fights instead of just the 1. For the same amount of rare stones, mind you. So when it comes to that, it's not bad. It'll take about 10-15 minutes per rare stone, as opposed to the, like, 1.5 minutes per rare stone with this trick. Or not 10-15 minutes. Like 5-10 minutes. Between 5 and 10. So it's not bad. It's just, it gets like 5 times as long to get the same amount of rare stones. which obviously I've already been streaming for 2.5 hours today almost. And we've gotten maybe 60. In 10 hours is how, like, it would take me 10 hours to get the same amount without the glitch. So this is just a quick way to kind of jumpstart things. I'll have enough to kind of jumpstart things so I don't have to go through and spend so much time getting them later to upgrade. If they exist, they might not. If there's no new abilities and no new upgrades, then there's no real reason to, you know, farm for rare stones. But I don't know that, so I'm grabbing some just in case. And that way, if there are new abilities, I have a jump start on upgrading them. If there aren't, oh well, I have some extra rare stones that I can use to upgrade things later, if I so choose. No, the one thing I don't remember is if you need the new currency to get the new gachapons. That's the one thing I don't remember from the trailer. If you still need the coins for that, I'll definitely want those. But again, that's not a glitch related thing. I'll just need to farm for those the exact same way later. Come on, where is he? There he is. I've gotten so much better at that trick over the past 2 streams. It's kind of insane. Bye, Alphalin. Alright, where is that putting me in terms of rare stone count? I want to say it's probably 15-ish? $15, alright. That's one more necessary. 880. Yeah, I don't know how I got the 850. Like the 858 or whatever. I don't know what I did differently. Because I feel like I'm getting like really good times. I'll go until 21. I'll start with 5. I feel like that's a good number to start with. And I made it over. Awesome. May be forgotten. Hello, Eggmaid, welcome in. And yes, the land is quite forgotten. That one might not be high enough. It was awesome. Yeah, that one didn't quite feel great. This will put us at 19, I want to say. Ah, too early. Uh, 19. I'll do 2 more. Before going back to fishing for a while. 886. Excuse me. Kirby, why are you sleeping? Alright, one more. Let's see if we can't beat our best time. I want to say our best time is around an 8:56. I want to say is what our best time is so far. Let's see if we can't beat that with this last attempt. Also, this weekend, Tetris 99 is doing a huge, like, Kirby event where, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you play, you can get the three big game, themes. Star Allies, Forgotten Land, and, Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Nope. I went too early. Alright, there we go. That's 5 extra. That I'll have for the new update. And I will fish for 15 minutes. Before calling it for today. See if we can't get the 7,400 necessary in that amount of time. I'll try and go for 10,000. That way we have some extra money going into the new update. Yep, we love fishing. For the little money that you get out of it per fish. Unless you get the golden blipper, in which case it is the best way to get money. Because it gives you 500. I will say, I will do one thing, before ending stream today, after the fishing and stuff. Yeah, the new Switch 2 update, drops tomorrow. Some people are already playing it because they cheat, but, and by that I mean they set their Switch location to Japan, and so they get the releases on Japan time as opposed to their actual time. But I'm not one of those people. I prefer to get physical things to pay for it. I prefer to pay physically as opposed to digitally. So ultimately it's I have to wait until tomorrow for that. I will likely stream tomorrow. Yeah. I will likely stream tomorrow, the new update. It'll be my normal stream time at the very earliest. But I'll likely stream late. Stream going late. Well, I guess that depends on when I get up in the morning. I'll likely stream tomorrow. Keep watch for a stream tomorrow. That's essentially it. I'll be playing most of the day. Oops. Wrong button. By that I mean I'll likely play, you know, I'm gonna play more than my normal hour and a half, 2 hour streams. I'm gonna be playing longer than that, for sure. So from that standpoint, I'll be streaming a lot longer next time. If I don't stream tomorrow, Friday stream will be early. And I will be going most of the day. So that'll probably be a good 10-hour stream or so. That's a bit of an exaggeration. It'll probably be like 8. But still, that's a lot longer than any of my streams have been in the past, so. Hey, new record! 10-7. And then I immediately click a wrong button. Other blippers. You know the saying there's always bigger fish in the sea? No, that... There's always a bigger fish. There we go. I was combining two. It's like that. Except with blippers. There's always a bigger blipper. Yes, there's other fish in the sea, and there's always a bigger fish. Alright. We're about halfway, a little bit less, to the necessary amount. This is Dreamland 2. What track is this? Iceberg. Gotcha. I don't know why, but this specific track kind of, like, grates on my ears a bit. Though, to be fair, a lot of Dreamland 2's tracks did that to me. But that's just because of the style of chiptune they used. The style of chiptune is very aggressive. The original Dreamland definitely felt less aggressive with its music. Yeah. That's precisely the reason why Dreamland 2 is my least favorite OST. Like, the actual tracks are fine if they were less aggressive or, like, were updated to be not chiptune. I think I would actually enjoy the soundtrack, but it's just how aggressively chiptune it is just kind of grates on my ears. It's the only game like that, too. The rest of the games, I feel like the music is absolutely fine. Dreamland 3 has really beautiful music. The original Dreamland, super iconic and not super, like, gratey. Like, I'd still listen to the original soundtrack. Like, obviously all the tracks have been remixed to hell and back, with that, but when it comes to the actual tracks themselves, I wouldn't mind listening to those occasionally. But Dreamland 2, it feels wrong. Like, Adventure as well. Adventure was fine. To be fair, that was the NES, though, so it had more to work with. But yeah, I don't know why Dreamland 2 was just so aggressive with its sound. So, apologies to all the Dreamland 2 fans out there. I don't know. I don't enjoy that music. Like, I love chiptune. Don't get me wrong. I love the sound of, like, chiptune tracks and stuff like that. In fact, I have a whole album that's entirely chiptune. But I don't know. The game itself, I also just didn't really enjoy as much. It's not my least favorite Kirby game, but it's one of my bottom 3. Now it's on me. Alright, last few fishes. Alright, last fish. I'll go until one more golden blipper. Because if I didn't fuck up there, that would be my last fish. But since I fucked up, figured go until one more golden blipper. Feels appropriate. All right. Okay. I'm actually going to do this. Because I do have a plan for after fishing. Come on, just one more. One more golden blipper. Come on. Alright, this one will have to be my last one. Okay, no golden blipper at the end. Unfortunate. However, what I am gonna do... one last run through. The final gauntlet. One last run through before the DLC. Ah, I tried to jump over it. That isn't what... I really did just want to do the final boss, so that's why I'm using hammer. It's the quickest way to deal with these bosses. Okay, fine. You want to be like that? And... there we go. This is what I really wanted. All of these abilities now mostly upgraded. I'm just missing some money to finish up drill and needle. But we go with Kirby alone. What? I was 1 star away. So fun fact, the way you can tell which one is the real one, it's the only one that casts the shadow. Well, the big ass blue ring goes around all of them at the start. You have to try and figure it out from that. I didn't know it produces more stars though. I mean, when you hit them, the fake ones disappear, but I didn't know, like, at the start. The easiest way to tell. Okay. We'll skip the cutscene. Yee. Yeah, the blue ring is the way to kind of time it out while also telling which one it is, but it's a lot harder to tell. The shadow is something not super easy to figure out, but it's the easiest way to tell. In the quickest amount of time, too. And time. This cutscene always gets me emotional. It's such a good scene. and I mentioned this in my my final thoughts on the series video, but that moment right there is the culmination of everything the Kirby community thought Elflin was going to be prior to the game being disproven. Nobody trusted Elflin. Nobody. In fact, there were memes about how you couldn't trust Elflin. And then the game released, and that scene is Elflin sacrificing everything to save your planet. And all of a sudden, that distrust came crashing down as like, why did we not trust them? Marks and Maglor, that's why, but yeah. Yep, that's post-game stuff. But yeah. Checked out the window. Yep, honestly. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me today. I'm gonna play a bit more on my own to get the money and finish upgrading all the abilities and whatnot. But I'll be doing that off stream. Keep watch tomorrow. I'll let you guys know either in the Discord, on social media, stuff like that, on whether I'll be streaming tomorrow or not. Likelihood is I will be. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for coming by. Hope you all have a wonderful time zone. Make sure you take care of yourself, drink some water, get some rest, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bwop.